But you were driving at a particular point, asking the question: how did they get their phones, their personal mobile phones, and how did the generators come? For someone who's also running an NGO, and you also go to preach, you're also a clergyman. You go to the prisons to speak to these people to make sure that they are changed and stop their bad ways. Mr. Fatinekun has just said that some of the clergy, the Christian clergy, and maybe the imams, are the ones who bring some of these generating sets. That's a big accusation, and I don't think any believer out there will be very happy knowing full well that some of these things being brought to the prisons by religious leaders have turned out to be things that they have used to escape and get out of prison.
In fact, that statement made by Okwe makes me to see him that maybe he did not understand what is happening. And he has been a prison officer, even right inside the prison too. What I think he's making mistakes. Because before any clergyman with members of his church goes into the prison, they will thoroughly search them, ask them to leave their phones and give them a tally, so that when you are, and they will tell you that if you go in with phones, you will be charged for trafficking because it's an offense. You don't go in with any material that can incriminate you. All you need to go in with is your Bible or your Quran. So how would the clergy go into the which prison? Is he not even castigating himself for saying that?
Is there a likelihood that the wardens are the ones bringing these things?
It's not likelihood. They are the people, because their salary and their style of living, these people pay them.
I don't get you.
The wardens are the people that is getting the phones into the prison. If you want me to say it in a clear term, they know me, I know them. I was there for years. If you talk of Indian Hen, how did Indian Hen get to the prison? Some of them are doing, okay, they are preparing for Christmas as people are preparing outside. Those that are inside the prison, they are preparing. And some people are buying them drinks now. They are loading their rooms.
Getting their own hamper.
Oh my God. It's happening everywhere.
Sorry, I'm driving at something. Abba Moro was here, the Minister for Interior, and he did promise that he was going to look into this matter. That was when we had the insurrection, attack, riot in Lagos. And 1, 2, 3 has happened after his comment. What does that tell you? Are we tackling or trying to nip this, or are we being laid back?
No, I won't blame Abamoro. Abamoro is the Minister of Interior. He's a politician. He's not sincerely committed on this issue of prison reforms. Because when you are talking of prison reforms, the minister must know what is the next step to correct the inmates' attitudinal change. Do they have any training? A prisoner will be in prison for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. No lecture. And when he's coming out, just open the prison gate and say, don't come back here. If you come, we will lock you again. That is their system. And the warder will tell you, all I know about prison is open and lock. That is my work. Key. See my head. You know the cap and the crest on them, there is key. So that is their own symbol. That is their authority. We have educated prison officers, but the mafias in these prisons, the warders, they are clique, they are mafias. They know themselves. And they are only the one using their own people to be in position in charge of prisons, controller of states. If you are not in the good record of the Controller General, that's why I don't want them to corrupt this new man. Issues. Fasten his belt if he doesn't want to be disgraced out of that place. There should be a general shaking of the prisons. Some prison officers have been in their station for more than 15, 18 years.
In one station?
In one station.
No transfer?
No, they won't do it. Because even they do it, they will run back to that place. So the system needs to be holistically brushing up. There should be a change. This man is new. You should not let them do this or that and make him to feel as he is on top of the whole thing.
Well, he's just not new from the outside. He's been in the system. So some of these things you've painted or highlighted, he should also have an idea of.
He may not. It depends on the area you have been working before. If you don't go into, the more you look, the less you see is the matter of prison. You can't understand Nigerian prisons because there are mafias there. They have their system.
That's an interesting dimension to it. But you are proffering solutions now as to what exactly can be done to ensure that this doesn't happen again, and you seem to have words for the new man, because a lot of people are talking about the state of infrastructure. How important is that? Is it as important as personnel, or I don't know how to put it in terms of is it that, you know, the infrastructure really cannot support the personnel that is there? Like, the personnel mean well, but because of the infrastructure that is there, there's only so much they can do.
Well, when you talk of infrastructures that are on ground and you talk of personnel, you make use of what you have to get what you want to get. The officer that is going to take charge of the prison must first of all have the blueprint. Not just jubilating and going to churches or mosques to celebrate that he has become the Controller General of Prison. They are not putting him there because of his family. They are putting him for a service for the nation. And he should take the bull by the horn. He should step on toes.
What would you like to see? I mean, what would you like to see, first of all, to know that this is a man who is serious with his job?
He should change all the systems. All the controllers of prisons in each state must be moved out of that state. All the deputy controllers in each of the prisons must be changed, because majority of them buy that position with money. They have trained officers. They have fine gentlemen in the prison services that are well educated, but they are not making use of them. Go to Lagos here at Alagbon, where their headquarters is. They have up to 10, 15, 20 controller of prisons. Rotting away, no chair, no table. A controller of prison. And the problem is inferiority complex comes in, because a police officer that is a commissioner, because when you talk of controller, is equivalent to a commissioner of police. And this is the man that is going cap in hand to go and beg the commander of army in that state, who is his pa. They are in the same level. He's going to the commissioner of police to go and beg him for his own man. Where are the armed squad men that they use the resources of Nigeria to train? Armed squad men means mobile police and mobile prison officers, well trained in the skill and act of confronting terrorism. Those who attack the prisons, where are they? They use, what is the budget of Nigerian prison? Let us be realistic about all these things. Why are they saying they are in darkness? Are there no generators? How much will it cost the federal government to get generators for each prison? Correctional facilities outside this country, where you go there, do you hear complain of no lights, no this?
For instance, in closing, you talk about rehabilitation, which is what your network also does. We don't have a correctional facility in Nigeria.
At all. At all. And it's a shame. It's a shame. Correctional, because if God did not help me, today you are calling me. I paid, because you need to package yourself when nobody packages you. When I came out of prison, I became a nuisance because nobody wants to take me in. They see me and ostracize me. But I have made up my mind that I will never commit crime again. And by the grace of God, I'm going to repackage myself. And I went to Unilag. I did human resource management just to make sure that I am able to face anybody. You can't say because you are an ex-convict, then you allow that to weigh you down. You have to come out of your shell and show the world that you have reformed. You have reformed yourself, you have purged yourself, and you are ready to pay back the society that assisted you in coming back. So this is what I am doing on my own, and I have been able to repackage 2,500 inmates that have come out of prison on my purse alone, with the help of Afe Babalola and Obadura Koteju.
Okay, these are people helping you, but in closing, prison reforms.
Yes.
What would be that one thing you would want the government to do that would change our prisons to a better place, so that when you come out, we know that truly you are a reformed person?
Now, The federal government should note that reformation is number one for prisons. You reform. Number two is rehabilitation. This man must come out. Where is he going to? Number three, reintegration. You have to reintegrate him. Today, I have been given a presidential pardon, which removed the stigma of imprisonment from my life. That is proper reintegration. The last one is resettlement. This man must get married. This man must get a good job. This man, somebody must mentor an ex-convict. An ex-convict cannot be left alone without mentoring. Because he has made a mistake, he needs them to be reoriented and repositioned for the challenges of the future.
Well, we'd like to thank you very much for finding time to join us. Kayode Williams, he's the founder of Prison Rehabilitation Network, an NGO to help prisoners, especially when they come out of prisons. Well, so as the other takes a moment now, I will return shortly. Stay with us.